Okay, so you've never played a whistle before and you see the videos and you think, wow, I'd really love to play like that. But we all have to start somewhere. And I started on a penny whistle, just like this one, simple fear dog. And I learned basically how to just get the 2 octaves by using the left hand at the top, right hand at the bottom, and learning to cover the holes. Now it sounds simple, but you do actually, if you've never played any kind of instrument, you do have to start thinking, how do I relate what I'm thinking to the actual instrument? So you can't just... You've got to have some kind of method. And the method is to start with one hole and then work your way down. And then work your way up. Now, this takes very little air, so you don't want to find yourself... That's way too much air. This is what children do. They get hold of these things and they just blow them and everyone throws them away because they can't stand the noise. You need a bit of discipline with your breath. You need a bit of discipline with thinking about what you're actually doing with your fingers. So you start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then reverse it. Nice and gentle. If you find yourself not getting a sound, you got to kind of work out where the note comes. So by simply blowing too hard, you're going to throw it out into the upper register, and underblowing, you're not going to get a note at all. So you're looking to get that nice clean note. It's not too much, not too little. That's what we're looking for. Now, to get the upper register, you simply apply the same notation, but a little bit more breath. You don't need to overfill your lungs. It's also helpful if you just make a little t, t. You don't actually say the word, but when you've got the whistle in your mouth, you go with your tongue on the roof of your mouth. It helps to give you a clean note. Instead of... because it actually gives you a point of cut-off while you're actually blowing, so you can control the instrument better. This will come in handy as you progress on the instrument. So we're going to look for a tune. So something just in the lower register, a song everybody knows, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. We start on all holes closed. Then we're going to go to 2. Then to 1. You're following your instinct because you know the track. So you're just following the notes down. All the notes are there for the tune. So using the tonguing. As soon as you can get that, you're on your way to playing the whistle, because all you're just translating a tune that you already know in your mind onto an instrument. It's a bit like singing it. So imagine you're singing it, except you're not. You're playing the instrument. can also try it in the upper register by using a bit of breath control. Now, if you were singing it, you would also take a breath. So you, naturally, where you would normally take a breath while you were singing it, you would generally take the same breath while you're playing it. Breathe. 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 Now you should have enough breath for each phrase of the tune. So there we are. I suggest if you're thinking about playing a whistle, get yourself something really cheap. You can get a Fear Dog. I've got a few here. You can get a Sazzato. These are a bit more expensive. They're nice and clean sounding. Take a little bit more air. You've got a Sweet Tone Clark. This is what I recommend for children because it's very, very easy to play. And then you have a Walton's Heidi. I mean, there's the list is endless of cheap whistles. Let's take the Sweet Tone. Gives you a slightly different it's a different tone. Very sweet, very easy to play. That's that one. That's the Clark Sweet Tone. We've got the Walton. You've got the Sazzato. You'll hear the difference. Now I think the Sazzatos are sort of maybe into double figures. They're probably about 20, 25 pounds now, I'm not sure. All the others are under 10 quid. But the Sazzato gives you a bit more bite, and it's also a whistle that you'll probably want to hang on to as you develop your whistle skills. Yeah, this got a bit of back pressure. It's not so free-flowing as the others. You may not like this one straight away, but it's a good whistle because it'll stand you in good stead as you develop your skills. So there we go, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. You can think about other tunes that maybe you sing with the children and translate that onto the whistle and find the notes. When you're going between the octave, it's also handy if you learn there is a connecting note. So if you're going up the scale, now you have to learn how to hold the whistle and have no fingers on it. Now what I do is I just keep my finger away from the bottom hole and just use my thumb. I've got 3 points of reference, my lip, my thumb and my fingers just off the hole at the bottom. So you can just, so I'm literally just rolling my third finger of my right hand on and off the hole. So that's all the notes to go all the way up. Now to get to the top D, that's probably the loudest note on the whistle. You just push with a bit more air. Some people will take the first finger off. Gives you a kind of a slightly different note, so it's sharper or flatter with the finger on and off. But there's all your notes, that's all you need. Go away and find tunes that you know, that you don't have to read music, you don't have to learn, you just know the tunes from your childhood and translate them onto the whistle.